Hello everyone, my name is Kelsey and my family's history began in the Philippines. Alright, question number 1. Where did my family live before they moved to the United States? My mother and grandmother lived in the Negros Occidental region in Victorias. Question number 2. What was life like for your family in their homeland? My grandmother's response was, my children were still little and very dependent on me because my husband was irresponsible. I was the breadwinner of the family. I worked for 20 years at a bank and someone took over and I went out of job. Philippines in general, there is a lot of poverty. The houses are too cramped together and the sanitation isn't good. But the Philippines isn't all about poverty. Actually, the country is really rich for its culture, traditions, food, dancing, and the beautiful beaches. Even though my family was in the middle class, there was still poverty everywhere. Oh, this is a picture of my grandmother and mom. Well, when they were younger, that is. Question number 3. Why did your family decide to come to the United States? My grandmother said, my children were still young. The youngest was 4 years old. I needed to send them money for school and sustenance. My grandmother came to America on June 4th, 1982. There were 4 waves of migration to America after World War II. Around the 1980s, there were a lot of immigrants. Also, the Philippines had the highest population of immigration. The majority of Filipinos became nurses or engineers to get into America legally, as they would qualify with an H-1 visa. Both my parents became nurses, which allowed them to acquire an H-1 visa. Question number 4. What kinds of problems did your family encounter upon reaching the United States? At first, she hesitated to apply for a job because she was afraid that they would look at her papers and wouldn't be able to work. It took her 6 months until she found a job. She actually had 3 jobs at the time and was paid $75 a week. She worked for Filipino business partners in an office, a secretary cashier from one of her business partners, and a cashier at an appliance store. But then she lost all 3 jobs at once. She then looked in the newspaper ad section and came across Dr. Ted's ad who was looking for an accountant. She took the job and had worked for him for many years until she was let go. While doing this project, I didn't know that my grandmother had so many obstacles to face, all for the sake of giving a better opportunity for her children. All in all, this was a really great experience to understand our country's background along with my grandmother's. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.